Greetings, friends. My name is Nippy. What a roller coaster ride it has been with Discipline in beta, and for some reason I get the feeling it is going to continue to Mythic Week. As you may have seen, basically we are getting tuning all the time. And you probably clicked this video to see what's up with Discipline, with Covenant, Soulbinds, conduits, Legendaries and builds to use in level 60 endgame. Well, lucky for you, you came to the right place. Let's take a look what Discipline has to offer. Remember to like and subscribe to get notified about incoming healer guides. And I have thumbnails down in the description below if you are looking for specific information. So, Discipline plays for the most part the same way it did in Battle of Azeroth. Few added abilities into the mix and ranks to existing abilities. And we should probably talk about those briefly. Level 52 teaches you new ability in Mind Suit. It reduces target aggro range and might allow you and your group to do some skips in Mythic Plus environment, but it's quite niche ability all in all. Level 54 rank gives passive rank 2 to Psychic Scream and makes a target of your fear to withstand more damage before breaking. Thanks, I guess. Level 56 gives Echo Damage Potion to your Holy Nova with 50% effectiveness if you hit 3 targets. This is boring. Level 58 has the big prize waiting, and that is Power Infusion, which is off of global cooldown. This is great to further increase your ramps and our ramps, as On Demand has steroid. After those out of the way, let's move on to picking your Covenant. And we start with Kyrian. This Covenant offers you a new 3-minute cooldown with Boon of Ascendant, and what this does, it converts Smite to Ascendant Blast and Holy Nova to Ascendant Nova. Great to have on dungeons to do some burst AoE or burst healing with the explosion. Positional requirement might make this clunky to use on right environment, and this doesn't help your ramp in any way, since only first enemy with hit transfers attunement, but it does offer some power outside of ramp ups. Signature ability for Kyrian is Summon Steward, which grants you some convenience like free talent swaps or vendors from time to time. The bigger prize with this is the Vial of Serenity, which in a sense is a health stone on 3-minute CD with added dot removal. This might have some value in dungeons or raids to be able to clear nasty dots off of yourself, and added benefit of having extra or third health stone. Next up we have the Vampires of Revendred with Venture Covenant. As Venture you gain Mind Games, which is a great ability to incorporate into your ramps. This just got nerfed a bit last night. Great single target damage buffed by schisms to further increase your burst healing potential and attunement transfers. Venture offers Door of Shadows as their signature ability. This is a casted teleport ability, great ability for priests, so we don't have to rely on feathers always to move quickly. Currently Venture is the best Covenant for raiding. Next we have Necrolords, which gives you access to Unholy Nova. Problem with this ability is the attunement transfer happening from only first target hit, same with Kyrians, and this scales poorly in AoE. I think this is the worst pick currently for Discipline. It's dull to use and doesn't feel like it belongs to our ramping style of play. You also gain Fleshcraft as the signature ability, which is channeled shield on yourself, which has some nice Soulbinds to go with it, but more on that later. Last but not least, we have Night Fairies, and Night Fairies, oh my god, Night Fays, and cosplay Fox, which comes with it. I actually find the design of Night Fae Guardians most interesting out of all Priest Covenant abilities. It produces 3 fairies who follow targets based on your Shadow Word Pain, Shadowment, and Power Word Shield. Target with Pain allows you to regenerate some mana while attacking target with Shadow Word Pain on them, while Power Word Shield gives target 10% damage reduction, and Shadowment gives additional cooldown reduction to major ability. Micromanagement that goes into this is fun aspect of this for me, and decisions you can make with the fairies in the heat of the moment. The cooldown reduction part reduces the cooldown of Rapture for us, but as this is most of the time casted on specific spot, cooldown reduction might be actually wasted, and most of the time you are better off giving this to someone else instead on mythic raiding. Problem with this ability is that it doesn't produce any healing in itself or atonement transfers, anything like that, so from ranking point of view with the current tuning it's not a great Covenant ability. Nevertheless, the most interesting fun for me. And the big prize for going Night Fae is the signature ability in soul shape. You get to be cool bluish fox and blink around with added movement speed on top, so what's not to love? And we surely like to add mobility in our kit. Here you can see the rankings, or somewhere around here, and after going over all of these briefly, my rankings with current tuning of these abilities is as follows. First we have Vent here, then we have Kyrian, then we have Night Fae, and then we have Necrolord. And this is purely based on the throughput of these abilities give you. If I would rank them from most fun to the least fun, the order would be different. In Mythic Plus, with Prideful being the seasonal affix, Kyrian picks up a lot of value, and I would probably go with Kyrian for Mythic Plus content over Mind Games with Venture. Though don't get me wrong, Mind Games can deal with Prideful too with ease. Next up we have Soulbinds and conduits that come with it on the menu. Let's take a look. As Kyrian, you will want to bind yourself to Cleia or Pelagos. Cleia picking up more weight at later renown ranks, and Pelagos being better early on. So Pelagos grants you access to combat meditation with 2 potency conduits, Courage's Ascension, which is a must-have for Kyrian priests, and Shining Radiance. You get to choose 2 endurance conduits with Pelagos, and those being Translucent Image and Charitable Soul always. Both of these are actually quite good to have as personal survivability options. Hard word there. Cleia on the other hand grants you Valiant Strikes, which just got nerfed and lost some early power. But later on the tree at Renown 34 you will gain pointed courage with her, which is great. Only 1 potency conduit with Cleia and same 2 endurance conduits as with Pelagos. Last slot goes to Finesse Conduit, which are quite lackluster for Priest and more of a niche usage depending on the situation, as you can see them somewhere on the screen, probably around here. Next up, Vampires and Venture, and these are quite bad at start. All of them, I actually think either Nadia or Theodar offers more early power than Draven healing wise. But keep in mind that Draven is the best one on later renown ranks, and the added gain early on from either Nadia or Theodore is so minimal that Draven's early damage reduction is actually competitive with both of these in progression. Draven also allows you to pick up 2 potency conduits, one of them always being Shattered Perceptions, which buff your mind games, while Theodore and Nadia only grants you access to 1 potency conduit. power of Draven lies in the hold your ground on renown rank 31. If you happen to pick Necrolord, your choice is Emeny with lead by example, which is quite strong as first trait in the tree. He gives you only one potency conduit, which is going to go for Shining Radiance, and skipping Festering Transfusion, which buffs your Unholy Transfusion, at least for me. They are quite equal in value, so keep that in mind and decide yourself based on your liking and content you are doing. On later renown ranks, I would recommend to swap to Heirmir when you are able to unlock Heirmir's arsenal, Marroad's Gemstone. As for Fairies with Night Fae, your only choice is Dreamweaver. She gives you bot 10 there early and 2 potency conduits. I think you should take the Fermata, which leaves less effective copies behind of your class ability. Big Prize is the last trait here, Field of Blossoms. Next up on the list we have Legendaries. All of the General Priest Legendaries are quite weak, except Twins of the Sun Priestess for Mythic Plus. So we are going to take a look into discipline specific ones to get you going with these. Basically for raiding you have 2 options, Clarity of Mind and Penitent one. Third being only for Mythic Plus content with the Power Infusion one as Twins of the Sun Priestess. Clarity of Mind has the 2 functions depending if you are playing Rapture or Spirit Cell. With Spirit Cell this extends your active attunements and reduces mana cost of your damage dealing spells. If you are running Rapture, this will place longer attunements on targets who you power shield during Rapture and reduces the mana cost. This makes Rapture even stronger and helps out you to ramp more effectively, basically where it is in raids. The Penitent one is solid backup, which gives you Radiance cast chance to make Penance more powerful. Quite dull, but offers good increase in Penance and thus your ramps trigger Beanbone to Radiance. This is better legendary to play with Spiritual Talent actually. Last one for Mythic Plus is quite self-explanatory, adds more utility for you and Mythic Plus, and you don't even lose your power infusion. So the Twins of the Sun Priestess is good here. So what about builds? Nothing different really from Battle of Azeroth iteration. Rework at Shadow Covenant looks interesting, but use cases are rare. Some fights might call for Mindbender and Spirit Cell since those pair up nicely. Other than that, there is not much more to say. If you liked how Discipline played in PFA and are not looking for anything game-changing, you get exactly that. Same choices on talent row 40 with Purge, the Wicked, Divine Star and Hollow still remain still. Same thing with talent row 15 for Mythic Plus and choice between Schisms and Twist of Fate. Schisms offering a bit more damage than or aggressivity than Twist of Fate on some cases. So where do we stand? We continue to excel where we did in Battle of Azeroth and offering valuable healer, DPS, burst healing and utility to groups with absorbs, damage reductions and just such. We are looking strong still after the million of nerfs we are getting into the first season. Even in Mythic Plus we are actually credited as one of the better healers. So if Mythic Plus is your main endgame content, you are more than capable and actually more than ever capable to do so with Discipline Priest. So I would say it's a good time to be a Discipline Priest this close to the launch. Next up I have coming a look into the Holy Priest, so stay tuned for that. Remember to subscribe and like and whatever if you like to know when that one is coming out about Holy Priest and get notified. It helps a lot, so thank you in advance. And I will be posting this video before release. I promise to you all. Trust me. One thing to note is that you can catch me on Twitch more regularly once the game launches, and links for that are in description. And thanks for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.